Okay, we're back inside Matrix Gold. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm trying to help a viewer out. He sent a message asking to how to do a shoe. Uh, I won't be able to finish the whole thing, but I want to get it started. So it'll give you a basic understanding of what's going on with how to do the shoe to get going, and you can do the editing, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll have time to be able to do the rest of it, give it design, put some texture on the bottom, shoelaces, stitches, all that kind of stuff. But today, or this video, will just be about getting the shoe form together to start with, and then we'll move on from there. So I went ahead and went online and grabbed a couple pictures. The first one will be this one here, and we'll take that and put it in our we'll center it real quick. And then I'm going to take this one side. We only need one. It looks like a kid's shoe. We'll do a little manipulation to make it a little larger, but you can find all different kinds of shoe things on online to get the shape that you're needing. So right away I'll take this layer and I'll just lock it so that I can't pick it, right, so I can draw on it with no problems. And then I'm going to go to my curves, a freeform curve or interp curve, I think it used to be called, and I'll change to my yellow layer, and we'll just kind of get this thing going here. We just want to get the basic shape of it, and then we'll elongate it to make it look like maybe an adult size shoe or something. Well, let's undo that one point there. Kind of come back here. I'm not going to. I just want to show the basics. I'm not a shoe designer by any sense of the means, so this is just trying to help the gentleman out. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and rebuild that just so I can get a really smooth serve. And actually, that looks good. Okay, 15 points, degree 5. I'll just take it. Now I'm going to head and go that layer and then take it and then just turn it off. Okay, and my shoe is kind of at an angle, right? So we want to try and deal with that issue a little bit as much as we can. So I'll just go to rotate and select our object here and hit enter, and I'll just snap to that mid, find the mid here, there's the end, and then just kind of hold down shift and kind of try to get it lined up, and then go back to center, and then click this and then hit center and then enter. So hopefully it's a little bit more centered, and as you can tell, it still looks like a child's foot. So we'll just go ahead and along it. I don't know the size that you're looking for. If you're really trying to do a tennis shoe, you'll have to get online and find out how many inches or millimeters or centimeters or whatever that is. Change your grid and set it up that way. But like I said, I just want to do the basic type thing. So the next thing we're going to do is I got two pictures out here, so I got another picture, and it kind of gives us an idea of what the sole on this particular, and there's tons of these out there too that you can grab. I'm just going to kind of drag it down a little bit, and then we'll kind of get it in shape here. So let's see if I can find that thing. Where are you at? I want you. Hold down shift, find my thing there. It's okay. Well, you're going to be stubborn. So let's grab it. Here we are. And then kind of drag it. Just kind of give us a little idea of what that shape is, right? So we'll click out of that. We'll go back to our interp curve. Let's see, center inter curve, and what we want to do here, let's lock that layer. What we want to do is we want to go outside this our profile there, right? So I'll start out here, and then just, I'm not going to do exactly this shape because it looks like it really bends in there. I'm just going to do a little bit. But, again, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, and then I'll just drag it out to that side there, like that. Now we need two of these, so we'll go ahead and do another one, just kind of following that one. Along. do something like that. Okay. All right, so we have these two, and now I'll take that, I'll unlock it, and just hide it. Okay, so we have this. Now you can go in here and turn on points, or rebuild would probably be better at this point. Let's rebuild them both the same. So let's rebuild, and let's take the point count down, see what it looks like. Yeah, something like that looks okay. And hit enter. Back out of that, get rid of those points, and take this one and do the same thing to that one and hit enter. So we have pretty close to the same curves, a little bit off. Now, depending on how thick you want it or whatever, that's totally up to you. Now what we need to do is we need to do a curve from two views. So we'll take this. Well, actually, before we do that, let's do it this way. It'd be easier. We don't have skip a step. So let's back out of that one. Let's grab those two, and then let's just drag them out, right? And then click off them, and then drag them back underneath our profile there. And let's turn them to this color here. So we have that. So now let's give it some shading. And let's go to our curves all the way down to the end from object. And project this curve here. Enter to this surface and hit enter. And then click off that. And I want to take that line curve there, the one that we had there, and I want to turn that to, well, I'll just hide it, and then I'll grab that one there and hide it. Okay, so we have this. So let's go ahead and take our surface there, and let's hit split with our yellow, and then enter. So we should be able to get rid of that and get rid of that, and now we have our surface there, right, for our sole. And then I'll just leave it there. Yeah, okay. So from here, what we want to do is we want to get that closed off, right? So let's go to our side view here, and let's grab an interp curve again, and let's kind of just zoom in here and give it some kind of design, and you can turn on points and edit this however you want. Like I said, let's just get rid of that curve there. And I think there's another one there we don't need. Let's get rid of that. Let's take this one, kind of bring it down a little. And you can do whatever you want there. If that's whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and accept that. And then we'll come back here. Really, you don't even have to do that. It depends on if there's a certain shape that you're going for. Let's click in here. Let's grab that interp curve again. Let's kind of go up. Kind of give it a crazy heel there, and let's turn that on and turn on our points, and we'll just kind of play around with that just so you can kind of see what's going on. Let's get rid of that one, and let's take this one and kind of do something like this. Let's take this one, bring this one in, something like that, and we'll just go ahead and take that. All right, really you could do a blend if you wanted to, depending on if there's a certain type of, sole kind of thing that you're wanting to do. Depending. If you want a certain shape, do it this way. If you just want it rounded or, circular, just do a blend. Okay, so now we'll go to our surface. We'll do a surface 2. This will be our first one, or this will be our second row. This will be our profile, and this will be our profile, and hit enter, and we'll close that up and take a look at it. And yeah, if that's what you're going for. Yeah. Okay, and we'll just hit enter, and then I'll take that surface, this surface, and the one underneath it, join those together, and we'll just go ahead and hide those. Well, I'll turn off that layer. Okay, so we have this out here. Now we need to get the side of the shoe, right? So I hid that earlier. Now you can, I guess, do this shape or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and hit project and planar. And then I'm going to go to my curves again, enter curve, and what do I got there? Oh, hide. Yes, abort that one. And we'll go back here, click on here, and kind of do a little shape, something like this, perhaps. And again, we can manipulate that uh, however you want. Let's get rid of that point. Let's take this one. Kind of something like that. And, you know, whoop, that's why you snap it. But we'll just go with something like this. And we'll go over here and grab another inter curve. And from here, we'll kind of go out, come around, something like that. And again, you can manipulate it however you want, depending on the shape of your shoe you're going for. Yeah, I'm not going to play around with it too much, but just to give you a basic idea. And I'll take that and we'll turn it off. Okay, so we have this. Now the main thing is we want this to be planar. So let's go ahead and take those two so that we know they are, and do a transform and project to C plane, copy, delete, copy, input, yes, and hit. And they should be on our C plane now. That's very important. Okay. Now that curve was a little messed up, huh? Okay, so gives it a pretty cool shape though. That one's okay. All right, so from here, what we need to do is, well, let's go ahead and get our shape here, right? It kind of comes down and up or something like that. So let's go to our interp curve again. And this time I'm going to turn this one to red and kind of just come down and however we want this shape to be, right? Where the foot goes in, right? Okay, so we have this, and hopefully everything is planar because that's very important. And now what we'll do is we'll go and grab a ellipse or oval, and we'll go from diameter, and then we want to project it to C plane, and I'll put on perpendicular there, and go here to point, and then kind of drag it out. We'll do something like that, I guess. Okay, so we have that. And we'll change this one to yellow. And we'll do a curve between two views. This one, and there's our top shape. Okay. So far, so good. Now here's the fun part. All right, so we have that kind of going on. Now what we need to do is we need to get the sides, you know, however they're going to be. I'm just going to do with my project probably turn off, perpendicular planar on. Go in here and just grab a, oh, we want to complete that command. Yeah, start a line. So we'll go to that quad there and we'll just perpendicular right down straight. And then we'll go to this side, bring that back. Okay, we want to grab this one and bring it back, our quad. Perpendicular, oh, not that circle. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this one and hide it. We want our line from that quad right down there. Okay, now obviously this shoe's not straight, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and type in change degree, and I'm going to change it to degree 3 so it'll give us 4 points, and then hit enter and then turn on those points, and then I'll do the same thing to this one here. uh, pick the curve, CHA, change degree, uh, degree 3, enter, and there's our points for both those. And I'm going to select both these these here, hold down shift, and kind of drag them out a little bit so it gives us our little rounded shape there, right, for the sides of the shoe. And then I'll just go ahead and, again, you can manipulate that however you want. Okay, so let's take this one and go ahead and hide it, and I think we're set up, looks like. I'm going to take that one and hide it, and take that one and hide it. Now we should be able to do a curve network. All right. So just like in the last video with the gen string, which you can do so much, because here you go with that curve network. Another example. What am I? It looks like some kind of boot or something. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, and then we'll grab that one, this one, this one, and this one, and change our layer to green and hit enter. Okay, and there's our surface, and we'll just go ahead loose. It just kind of the control points there. So let's put position so that they're nice and tight, a little bit tighter. And we'll just go ahead and accept that. And now you can go back in here and do more editing, right? By turning on points and then getting that shoe exactly the shape that you want it. So move it around, or however you're trying to get it, right? So there's kind of the shoe shape as it is. And again, you on the sides there, you can manipulate those as well. Maybe see, those are the only two red ones, I think. If I turn on red and I turn on control points there, maybe this one here and this one here, hold down shift and kind of bring them in a little, so it gives you a little bit different look or whatever. So you can mess around with that. And if we turn on our sole, you can kind of see we're starting to get the shape of the shoe that we want or whatever. And again, you can manipulate those points however you want, and everything should update. Say should. Maybe it's this point here. Okay, let's back out. That's something lost my history here. So I should have history. I got history there. Why don't I have history here? Oh, I do. Okay. Just those points are too close together, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and delete this one. Let's go ahead and delete this one. That changes the surface. Oh, there we go. I like that surface already better. Yeah, but there you go. This is really all I can do tonight. Tomorrow we'll try and do the cutout and shoelaces and stitching and texture on the bottom if I can get to it. But the last thing we probably want to do is check zebra. Hit enter. And then hit enter and kind of check to see the continuity of our surface. And actually it's pretty good. Everything's nice, but it's not all bunched up or crossing over. So the surface is pretty decent. And let's go ahead and recall that command and select that one, hit enter. And yeah, those are all kind of lined. They're not like crossing over and bunching up. So our surface seems to be pretty smooth. Yeah. Okay, but this is all I can do tonight. Really, there's the only things you have to do now is, like, if you want to, well, we'll do this. I'll try to do it tomorrow. Is draw a line through here, do a split, and then put your holes in for your shoestrings, and then if you need a cutout here for a different style of design, or if you need a design on the side, and then of course the back, and the texture on the bottom of the shoe. But I'll see if I can get this done tomorrow. If you need it, just drop me a line saying that yeah, I'd like to have it. But hopefully this will help you get going on it, and then you can. And then I'll try to do more tomorrow. I apologize, I can't get it done today. But thanks for watching, everyone else. If you're still around, thank you. And if it helps, it's interesting, please subscribe and like to the channel. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Good designing.